Welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wooly1169.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome back for Techtonica, the efficiency update 0.3. Batman, thank you for claiming first. And so tonight we left off, well last time we left off with the initial harvesting of adamantium. No, Atlantum. But we need to actually get it set up to where we can harvest it more steadily, which means we need to start mining it, but we have to use Mark II miners to mine it, I believe, and we were just given the ability to make those with the latest exploration we did. Infantryman, hello, haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been? The shoot really shoot away from you today. Oof. Yeah, I know how that goes. But I'd also like tonight to head out to the X-ray production terminal and see if we can set up the steel and cement, I think it was, that it needs to progress to the next tier as well. We also started making blue cores last time, which will help us greatly in our advancement of all the science and the technology and things. But blue cores are made at a very slow rate, so it's going to take us a little bit longer to get those until we can, you know, expand our production of those. And I think we'll do that once we maybe set up, like we did last time, in that large cave up by the elevator. But before we keep yammering about nothing, or everything, or all the things, let's just go ahead and switch into the game. I'm good, Infantryman. It's been one of those kind of you know, days, weeks, months, whatever. As Batman says, the day really gets away from you sometimes. But it's okay. So we're here in our base. There's one more thing I would like to automate as part of our mall here as well for now, and that is the accumulators. We're going to need those as we do more and more of these researches. If you recall, we need to have a charge available, and we don't have that available for this next tier yet. So we're going to need to also have that available, and I'd like to work on that first before we go and do anything else. So first, let's take a look at accumulator production. You're having a lot of fun spreading piracy. Yar. Alright, that is... accumulators are... I still haven't grasped how these are sorted. Wait, do we even have... can we even make them yet? Maybe we can't even make them yet. Oh yeah, I just saw them as I closed the screen. They're right there, accumulators. They need copper frames, electrical components, and kindle vine extract. Okay, all things we can make. Skull and bones kind of day, yes. You're running some more EVE Online. That sounds... EVE always sounded a little bit... I don't know. Weird's not the right word, but a little bit rough to me for some reason.
Heretic.
I don't know. Speaking of a little bit rough to me, Calidorn, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see, we need more... what do we need there? Kindle vine extract. Okay. So let's see here. You've been going for 21 years so far. Yeah, it always just seemed rough. I don't know. Let's see, so we need 7.5 copper frames. Those are made here also, of course. Regular copper frames, board cubes. Oh, you've been playing for 14 years. Yeah, that's... yeah, that's what I mean, the game. The game's been going for 21 years, right. It's kind of an interesting thing. I mean, I get, you know, it's a long-running game. It's just the game seems a mystery to me for some reason. Electrical components, right? 25, which means we need 2 of these going. I don't think so. I'm just going to do 1. It'll be fine. It'll be close enough. Good enough. Better, good enough. Very steep learning curve. That's what I've heard. And then we need copper wire, which I think we only need 1 of those. If I put that back somewhere like this. Let's see. Copper wire here. That makes 15. This says we need 20. That means we need... it means we're only going to be producing 3/4 of this, which means producing 15. Maybe I should do 2 of these then. Going to be lurking without sound already. That sounds like a plan. Maybe I should make 2 of those. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Don't want to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, so let's start with a box, though, as always, because we could use a box to put this stuff in. Let's put... somewhere in that area. I want to make the frames over there. So let's go with this, go with that for the frames. Maybe I don't want to do that for the frames. Oh yeah, I can do that for the frames. It'll be okay. I'm going to steal the copper off of that, I think. This will be frames. And then this will be, of course, the accumulators. Accumulator. Wait, how many does this make? Because maybe I will just stick it to one of those. This makes 2.5 a minute. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to stick to one. At least for now. We'll stick to one. Then we're going to do, let's see, another one here. This will be the one of the things, and that'll be the other one of the things. And I think this will be... the copper cable. And this will be the electrical components. We can bring in new iron right alongside here. That'll work. I need some more belts too, by the way. Did I ever watch you play? I can't remember if I've watched you play, but I have watched it played. And it's really, it's a really intensive game from what I recall. I honestly can't remember if I've watched you play or not, though. See, that needs 30 per minute. That's not going to do it, then. We need a fast one. Pull a fast one. Alright, and then you can do... Oh, except that I need to do that, too. And then you can do a slow one here, because you only need 2.5. Yeah, and then you'll go this way. Oopsie. And then you'll go this way. Then you'll go that way, and you'll go this way. And you'll go this way. And then I'm going to limit this to probably 2 stacks, because we're going to need a lot of them eventually. And then we need to do some more of this. And we need to do some of this. There. Alright. Are you good now? You're not getting these yet. It's just a production time thing? Yes. That's going to be the holdup, but that's fine. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit, 15. So 15. It's going to be a little bit of a holdup, but I think it's fine because we don't really need to make 2.5. Getting by with about 1.5 per minute should be fine. You should be making soon. Soon. Alright. You need to try this game too? Yeah, it's a bit similar to, it's actually like a 3D Factorio. More so than like Satisfactory is. The way the things work are a bit more like Factorio. This is science, basically. This is like your science bottles, but you just have to kind of put them in the world, and then they serve as science. They take up space in order to count, basically. But it works, and I like it. I like it a lot. There's not a whole lot of, items that you need bust in like this. We're going to need a little bit more than this, but this build over here is probably somewhat temporary. So it can all come down or get moved or whatever. But we're probably going to need a couple more belts on our bus, but that's kind of it. You don't need a whole lot of things, which is really good. I'm glad for that, because that's when you have so many items, it's a bit daunting, I think. Are you making things yet? Yes, you are. Good. Okay. So let's see. I need to pick up some belts before we go. I need to pick up some floors before we go, because we're just about out. Probably some more inserters and things also. Let's go with 500 belts. That should be plenty. Drop down here. Floors, let's grab 1,000. That might not be enough. Inserters here. Let's grab a bunch, but maybe not that much of a bunch. Maybe that many of a bunch. We need to grab enough stuff to make more assemblers. So let's jump up here. Grab some more of the... where is it? There it is. This stuff. We have so much. It's ridiculous. And I have twigs for some reason. I don't know why I have twigs, but I have twigs. And getting rid of them isn't the easiest thing to do. Maybe some more reds. Maybe just some more iron and copper before we go. I mean, we're going to be making iron to make steel, but... Oh, we need fuel out there, too. We're going to need to make fuel. Right. Okay. So we need to be able to make some of these at least. Yeah, let's do that. One... Is it one thresher? Yeah, one thresher and 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are you exhausted? Because we're backed up. Alright, I can understand that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those. We're going to need power out there, though, too. Which means either setting up our own power out there, separate power out there, or running a power cable. We could just run a power cable. Another nerd, welcome. So if we ran that, we would need some more of these plant matter frames. Which we have being made somewhere. Downstairs, I think. In some of these different areas. Yes, but I think that's more work than it's worth. Possibly.
You're that nerd.
You are that nerd. Maybe we could just run some of these cables out there. We need to make more plant matter frames if we're going to do this. We could automate that. We might want to even thresh a bit more of this stuff. That's a possibility too. Right now we're using a lot more plant fiber than we are the Kindle Vine, but eventually we can turn the Kindle Vine extract into limestone. So, I mean, I think we can do that now, but eventually we'll need to. I think maybe I should thresh some more of this. Yeah, no Jeff here, sorry. Oh, actually the problem is we're not outputting it enough. Ew. I need more. See, these output 30. You're supposed to move 30, but I guess you don't actually do it. In that case, we need more. More. This will be... those? Oopsie. Let's see. Back here. Back there. There we are. There. 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 Fiber. What is that? Kindle Vine, washed Kindle Vine stems. Interesting. That. And I already did that one. And now I wonder if these aren't going to be fast enough either then. So we're just going to have to stage this all out properly. Like so. Okay, once the distractions are all over with, we can actually get to the factory building. That's fine. That one, that one. So these need 10, so that's more than fast enough for that. Yeah, I think that'll work okay. And we're backed up again. Okay, good. Good, TM. Let's lift some of this off the belt. Actually, what I could have done was just grabbed that much like that. And then we can make all these we want. Good. More booze required? Oof. Alrighty, so let's run some power lines out to the area where the, where we need to set up X-ray, because I think we're going to be a bit tough to find places to make water power out here, too. So I think doing the power lines is the better option. Although what I didn't check was, are we even making enough power for this? But I guess we'll learn. One way or another, we will learn. You're a bit lost in this game? It's just another factory game, really. I mean, it's not that much different than the other ones. So, I mean, I know your feelings about those, I guess. So it's kind of the same kind of thing. Let's see. That's probably why you're lost. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. I mean, I gotta find the path here. What's the overview of this game? It's kind of like a you're lost in. You're sort of like you're in an amnesiac who's lost in this inside of this rogue planet, like deep in these caves that we're supposed to be mining out in this rogue planet. And the idea is that that's not the right way I'm supposed to go here. This way. The idea is that you're trying to solve the mystery of why everyone else is gone. There's supposed to be like thousands of people here, or hundreds of people anyway here. Why everybody's gone and why all the work that your group did is undone. Takes me down. Okay, so we're here. I did set up that temporary mining there. We have iron here. We have copper here. There's limestone over there. We'll just need to dig our way up to, or build our way up to. But we can do that here. That's fine. Yeah, so we have no idea who we are, why we're here. Or we know why we're here, because we're being guided by the people whose consciousnesses are in these cubes here. And so they've told us some of our story because it's what they lived, even though we don't remember any of it. All right, so let's see. That is the iron. Yeah, this water won't count, I assume, as flowing, if that even is water. Is that water? I guess that's water. So we have to run cables, power cables up here, one way or the other. Down here wasn't anything that we could use either, I don't think. Yeah, this is just a giant friggin' cave of stuff. I don't think there's any water down here either. Yeah, that doesn't look mysterious and weird at all. I think that's just a glitch, but still. So they pawn-shoot us and left us behind after erasing our memory. Shoot it. Well, no. It seems like there's something else going on, because they don't understand why everything isn't here either. The yellow cube is like our sergeant, basically. Oh, I didn't want to do that either. Oh, crap. That's right, I forgot. Alright, up we go. The yellow cube is like our sergeant, and the green cube is like our captain or whatever. And they're just as confused as we are, but they also don't understand why their consciousness are stuck in a cube. Neither do they understand why we have amnesia. So it's kind of a mutual thing here. By the way, this is Atlantum geodes. There's Atlantum behind it. We can blast it to get a hold of that Atlantum later if we need it out here, which we will probably do. So we need to get power cables all the way the F up there. Ouch. Okay. All right. Let's see. Here is power cables. Let's put that on F4, I guess. Oh, I had the same thing on that. Okay. So let's start by running power cables. We have power somewhere. Not this far. So we're probably going to need more. Last time I punched through this wall, maybe I want to do that again. Because there's kind of some closeness right here, so that might be the best thing again, to punch through this wall. In terms of where we run our power and things. The problem is I need to do it from the bottom. Because you can't dig down at the beginning, you have to only dig across and up. Digging down is reserved for later technologies. I mean, I guess I could blast it. I do have 73 bombs left. So I could dig down in that respect. Yes, I didn't think about that. this way. But this is kind of a circuitous route anyway. And if we dig through this wall right in here someplace, it'll be a pretty straight shot. Yeah, right through here. So, a good chunk of the story is already in the game, but they haven't released it all yet. It's kind of a progressive story, so it's kind of just waiting for, you know, more of the game to be developed as they develop more of the story. So anyway, I started blasting. Exactly. Alright. That'll be a good step up, and then we'll head across here like we did before, and then across, because I have to plug in, eventually I have to plug in the elevator anyways, so we'll just do some of that. And so we're going to need more cable. We also will probably want to take a look at the technology for that. We already did it. Okay, good. And we can't get the next one until here, so we have to get the next tier anyway. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Well, I should potentially level some of this off here. So this is our, like, weird warp drill, I guess. Let's see. Are there any hostiles about? No. And I believe they said they will not be including any. Every time you walk through this, though, you feel like you're going to get a jump scare sometime soon. But no, there's nothing hostile. Which I'm in favor of. I know I'm in a minority on that respect, but... You totally didn't mean to be at your desk that long? At least I assume you mean long. Since you're yelling at yourself for misspelling it. Get rid of that rock. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. If I do it right, I can do it. I know I can do this. This rock can definitely go. Just gotta find the right spot to hit it with. Maybe it can go. There it goes. I knew it was there somewhere. Just had to find the center of it. Yeah, yes, having them be a disableable feature is good, because then, yeah, you can, if you like it, you can have it. If you don't, you can get rid of it. Yeah, I'm fine without them. If they never include them, I'm completely happy with that. Completely fine with me. Come on. I forgot, you can if you touch the floor, sometimes you can get it to work better. Let's do this here. Just kind of a lift. And then we'll do a bit of a turn here, or slide here, I mean. Get the wall out of the way. We can do a little bit more. And then let's do... Nope, wrong button. R. Rotate. Let's go kind of in a diagonal here a bit. That'll do, I think. Then we can go up again. Maybe even over, too. Like this. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. A little bit more leveling here. The kind of interesting thing with this is almost all of the ground is, or the terrain, including the walls and ceilings, are modifiable by the, using this terraforming. So that's kind of one of the, selling points of the game. Sometimes I kind of wish there was a little bit less to modify, but I get it. It's the kind of selling point of the game. Let's see. Something like this. Yes. And then something like this out to this point. And then we will go... this way. Maybe I will go the other way. They don't like these rocks. But I also don't like putting them in the water because that just seems weird to me. I think I would just find a spot here, which maybe right there, and build me a little platform. Like this, like that. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wrong button. Can I make it all the way to land, or do I need... I will need a little bit more here. Let's go maybe like this then. Somewhere in this neighborhood, maybe? I'm gonna come up a bit too, I think. No, it's fine. It's fine. This. And then we'll go like this. Rotate. And then we need to come up again. Which I think I can pull off something like this. Ooh, I could come up even further then. That'll do. If I don't like that, well, I can just do this. Boom. Troubles are gone. Okay. Up we go some more. I need to maybe do some trimming here or two. We need to do a little more trimming. Like that. Do a little more trimming here. We're going not that way. We're going up this way. Yeah, we're going up this way. And so I want to do a little bit of anti-clipping here. That's just how I roll. Sometimes. Nope. Gotta go down a little bit more. There we are. Okay. Good. And then I will have to just remove some rocks out of the middle of this. She'll be fine. Do that right here. That'll do. And we're going to need more cable, which means I'm going to have to go get some more plant matter, it looks like. Alright, you can go in here someplace. Can't come up this far, so I guess we'll go there-ish. And we'll keep going. And that can go over here someplace. Let's see, you. Oops, I went a little too low there. That's okay, I'll fix it. Here. Oh, I can go further then. Yeah, let's go a little bit further. And I will trim this again. Okay. Find the path first. And then we can clear the terrain, the cable. Nope. Yep. Let's make that better. Going up to go over like that is pointless to begin with. So let's just do this like that. Here, please. Good. Feel like there's maybe something I could do with this. Maybe. No, it's too long there. Okay, then we'll go there. Can trim this down a bit. Like that. And then I can do this. Fascinating. You've seen me play this game in 2 streams. All I've done is place down extensively long power lines, landscaping, and a black area with a ton of assemblers. Well, I mean, that's kind of the point of most factory games, isn't it? To build the thing and then put the thing down, and then build the thing and then put the thing down. I think we should do a corner here. Like this. Okay. If you're gonna be, if you're being glib anyway, that's kind of the point of most factory games, including your beloved. Alright, so we are here now, which means that I can probably put this down, plug it in, and we'll call it good. But we need to flatten this area a lot. Landscaping's nothing. It's a landscaping simulator, exactly. You want landscape? Make it yourself, lazy. Don't forget the purple spheres, Calendar. You railed about those last time, too. I have not lifted up my cursor yet, which means that everything that I do is level, which is kind of the idea here. To level it off, that is. So I can make a nice big factory that I want. You may not be listening again, though. My problem is I put those down a step below the rest of this stuff. And then the limestone's way the crap up there, so we're going to have to get that figured out eventually too, but that'll be okay. We'll just have to climb up there and get it. That's what stairs are for. Okay, so let's put down some flooring. Get to work. Just gonna build right over this water.
Your base building efforts are off to a solid start, Breaker.
Welcome
Keep
back.
it up.
Alright. And then we need a thing that I didn't make, which is, not there, which is, this. Which will connect up the power. You were on the commercial monitor. I thought that was a commercial starting. Oh, you were, yeah. Her talking? Yeah. Nope. That's Yellow Cube. Then I guess we need to make a bunch of mining drills and smelters, too. Oops. Almost done. Wait, did I already have one of those? Doggone, I had two of them. Okay. Let's see. So I need to do this. Actually, I just need to do this and replace that cable with the right thing. Like that. And now we have power. You can tell by the floor with the corners all lit up. Okay, so these I'm going to reset because they're a little high up. And these I'm going to reset because they're a little low down. Means I just got a bunch of whatchamacallit in my inventory, but that's okay. Also, problem is I don't necessarily have enough flooring. I didn't bring enough. So I'm going to have to go back and get some more. Eventually, at least. For now... Actually, give me 2 of those back. For now, I can put them in here. For now, I can start setting things up. So we need mining. I don't have the miners on my toolbars. Oops. Let's see. Put that in... Same spot as all the rest of this stuff. We're not going to need copper right away, though, so I can do without that. Let's go. Yeah, that's just fine, actually. Put 3 of those down. I'm going to have to feed in fuel the old-fashioned way for now. That's fine. I'll give them a little bit to get started on. And then we're going to feed that into a row of smelters. We're going to eventually need half a dozen of those, but for now, this will do. And then smelters I have on button 6 here. I think 5, right? Maybe. Let's just do 1 red one. For the input. This will go this way. And for now, those. And these are producing what? 40 per minute? That's a red. And then these are going to need fuel as well. Alright, and that'll make iron. And then we need to feed iron into smelters again to make steel. Now, I don't know what the recipe is for steel, but we're going to have to figure that part out. Easy way here. Let's feed in... Actually, let's start with doing some of this as well, because I have too much iron ore. Let's feed in just some of these. To make steel, we need 8 iron per minute. This is making 19, so right all the way, one of these feeds 2 of those. So, I'm going to have to do this on a belt, because direct inserting these isn't really going to work out well. So let's do this on a belt, sadly. Go this way, turn, and come right back again. Will that be okay? Yes, that'll be okay. Probably. I'm just going to put down 5 of them. I know it's not enough, but I'm probably going to want to use some of this iron for other things here. You're going to output 19, which a yellow inserter will be fast enough. They're fast enough for 20. 3, 4, 5. And then you get 8 apiece here. And then you're going to need some fuel, of course. Start with this stuff while we get other stuff going. And then they're just going to make some steel. We needed... J? We need 200 steel, so not very much. Not very much. I have to go back and get the mining charges. I forgot those anyway. Let's take a look at the cement. So, the cement is made... I believe... Well, it tells me here, quicklime. Quicklime is production of quicklime via smelting of limestone. And then cement enables crafting or assembly of cement from quicklime. So we need smelters, again, for limestone. And that goes in there like that. I'll give you some fuel. And that's going to make quicklime. And then that goes into an assembler. Is that what you're telling me? To make limestone bricks, but cement. And we need cement at a rate of, or rather, quicklime at a rate of 120 per minute. And this will produce 31, so it's about a 4-to-1 ratio. This reminds you of Satisfactory? Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways. Just that it's a little bit more, dingy, I guess, for lack of a better word, like Factorio is. Satisfactory is a little bit more, unless you're building on platforms, is a little bit more freeform. Whereas this, you have to build on the platforms because they're how you get your power. Which is also in that way better than Satisfactory because you don't have to run all the power cables to all the machines. But in that way, it's a little bit more like Factorio in that power is kind of, in Factorio, you run the power via the things, the whatchamacallits anyway, the power lines, but they don't have to connect into every machine. You just kind of run them nearby and then it works. So it's kind of the similar type of thing. So this is the limestone we need. Whatchamadingles, yes, that's the things. Glad you know. I want to find the bottom of this node, and I think I have. Tentacles here, Kalidar. Get your tentacles out of my way. Thank you. We're going to need some more flooring anyways to get this accomplished, so I will go and get some more flooring. We'll get those bombs. And we'll call this, we'll get this thing going. I'm just going to let this do its thing a little bit. Not that it's going to help much, but I'm just going to put down a bunch of these. Again. I don't have that much fuel, though. We need to get fuel set up first. Let's kind of fuel what I have. And then we can figure that part out later. I'm just going to put a stack of limestone in each. It's very nearly 1-to-1, it looks like, so that'll be okay. Give you a little bit more and take that out. And that output's full. Of course it is. I'm going to put down a box then. And I will do a red, I think. Yeah, 40 per minute. And I'm just going to do what I can with this. Which isn't going to be much, but I'm going to do what I can. Come this way, almost. Go to there. You come out this way, and you're going to go like this. And then we're going to do something like this. Okay, Wally. There. Guess I shouldn't have put that where I did, but that's okay. This way, and this way. Good. Okay, and then we just do red inserters here, here, there, there, and there, and we'll take what we can get. Whatever it ends up being, it ends up being. I'm not going to fret too much over it. We're just going to try to make as much of that limestone as we reasonably can. We needed, or concrete rather, cement, whatever. We needed, oopsie, a lot, 100 or a couple hundred or so. So we just need to get that made. And then we can go back here. Gonna go back to binge watching Sci-Fi's Face Off. Have a good stream. Well, I appreciate that. And enjoy. Thanks for stopping in. Back we go. 200 explosives and a bunch more flooring and probably some more stuff. And I do still need to make some fuel out here. Still have a lot of limestone. All that copper. Ouch. Let's see, here's the explosives. I'll take the whole stack, except for what I'll take one whole stack. I had a bit, and I'll put that bit back in there. Floors, yes, that's belts. We're still really good on belts. Floors. I have 1,500, 3 stacks. That's going to eventually get full. Oh, it already has. It already has. Alright. We should do something about that then. Before we leave again, we should do something about it. Let's see. Number F6. There we are. Number F6. Yes. That's exactly what it is. Here. And then you can come with me. And we can go get some belts here. Go right there. And you can has cheeseburger. This can go here. Take the ones out of my hand, my pocket. Those. Eventually we need to stop making purples. I just don't know when that eventually is. It's depending on the research. So I just spent a couple hundred more foundations. I'm going to grab another stack. Because why not? Let's see. Why don't we grab some red inserters too while we're here? That might be useful. So here. Sure. And maybe some purples too, because we're going to need some more of those, but not a lot of those. Alrighty. Because we need to make that fuel. I should have grabbed the accumulators we have and set them up here too. Oops. It'll be fine. Eventually for this, we'll just take another plug off of here and plug it into the elevator when we are ready to do so. We got time yet for that. Did I also? I did. Okay. Oops, those are clipping too. Goodbye, clips. Okay, how is this going? It's all backed up. Perfect. And the problem is not enough output here. Let's fix that. And the problem is going to quickly be not enough input. But they're doing a pretty good job of getting... Yeah, they're actually doing a really good job. Good. Okay, so let's see. How's the steel going? Slowly. Oh, also, some idiot didn't put a belt here properly. I knew we were going to need more of this, though. So I don't need to go up and get that limestone just yet. We can do that a little bit later. Huh? Weird. We don't need it yet, so that's fine. I have so much in my pocket that it's kind of ridiculous. We have plenty of this, though. So let's, I'm just going to let them run that down, but I'm going to drop some of this stuff off. Here. What was that again? Oh, I know what that was. That was the thing that I learned something at. So we just need the 200 steel, and I have about 100 already. Yeah, because I have 5 times about 26. Let's put down maybe some more of these, although I don't have any fuel. So let's do the fuel. Do the fuel, Wally. Do the fuel. So I'm going to build up again for the fuel, and put it above. Let's do some stairs here. Let's see. Let's do... I think 6 was what we did before. I think. And then we can do this. It needs to clear the assemblers. Yeah, I think it was 6 before. Yeah, it was 6 because I barely can't make it. There we are. Okay. And I can do a little bit of this. So we need to thresh. think that'll do okay. And then we need to grow. Here we are. 2, 3,
You've built a decent little garden with those planters, Breaker.
5.
But I want to see a farm.
Oh, shut up. Here, and then here. Let's see, you. There. This will be a filter. We need to have a box here with a fast, I think, coming out of it, with all of these for now. I don't know how many of those we actually need in this line, each line, but for now, that will do. That will do. And then this. I think one of those was enough. This will be the seeds coming back out of the thresher. And then we'll need to have a belt here for the fuel coming out. And that'll come out like this. It's twigs, right? It's twigs. Can't remember what the numbers are. Gotta wait. How's the limestone going? Oh, you're done. Okay. I mean, they're still processing this stuff, but we have a fair amount of cement left. Let's just feed another stack in each one of these. Just to keep the progress progressing. Might as well. And then I think what I should do is add a bit more here. For smelting.
You've got a nice little batch of smelters going now, Breaker.
Thanks.
Don't stop.
Don't stop till you get enough. Yep, gotcha. This, and then turn again, and back down there. Turn this, not that way, this way. And then we can do this, that, and I can feed you what fuel I have, which is not much. Right, okay. That's fine. I'm gonna wait then until I have some fuel made. Oh, we have fuel made. Good. Come on, come on up. 10, 30. Let's put another purple here. Thought I might want one, but I couldn't remember. Twigs. And then this will come down via elevator. This way. Nope. Here. And then I do V. Yes. Down. That's actually not the best place for this. No, it's not. In which case I want to turn this way. And then do a V. Nope, that's the wrong V. Flying V, there we go. And then we'll go this way. And then this belt can come out, turn, and go that way. And they can also come out and then turn this way. 9V right there. There we go. And then I can do this right here. Okay. This can come along this way. To at least that point, but then I think I got to take it over to those some way.
When I say conveyor, you say belts. Conveyor.
Belts.
Conveyor.
Belts.
Keep laying them down.
Right. There. And then we'll have to put another fuel belt in over for these. Which I think I will just go and do like this. And then these will need an output, which I'm going to do like this. Okay. So, you fuel belt, come this way. Need more floor and a little more terraforming. Like that. This will do nicely. That'll be fine, actually. And then I can do some belts here at that point. And around about this way. Okay, let's see. Number 8 here, you can go in, there, there. There, there, come down. There, there, there. You get the idea. And then these are very slow outputs, so we can just do some regular old yellow ones. Wait, why are you not inputting the fuel? Oh, you are. Oh, you're waiting because you don't have any iron. Right. Because I need to put regular old yellow ones down here, too. Inputs. There we go. And these can go into a box that I don't have any made. Perfect. And you're out of fuel. A little more. That was the one that I put less in than everybody else. This one, go here. And you can go here. And then this can go like that. And like that. We're making 3 times 1, 2, 3, 10, I think? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really? I did 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I did 9. Okay. We need more smelting, though. But this will get us part way there. Maybe halfway there. Pull all the back stock in. Or out, rather. You guys do not have any. And these are all pulling this in. I don't know if these guys are actually overkill or not. It might be, because it's 3 times 9, which is 27. Yeah, one of these should be enough, actually. How much do I have? How much steel do I have? I have 270. I have more than enough. Excellent, we can do this unlock. There. And there. Alright, what do we need next? Concrete, iron chunks, and copper chunks. Those aren't chunks. What are chunks?
I hope your assembly line for explosives is on Point Breaker, because you now have access to blast drills.
Ooh.
Blast drills use mining
what that
charges
is.
instead of fuel, and instead of producing ore when you point them at a vein, they produce chunks.
Oh.
Chunks will open you up to producing raw blocks of calcite concrete, which you'll need to keep making new and interesting things for your base. And they'll do even more in the future, so start getting your blast drill situation in order.
Alright. In that case, let's unlock some stuff. Concrete. Sure. Decorative materials. Sure. Flora compression. It enables advanced compression of flora required to manufacture complex intermediates. This, I'm can be smelted and blast smelted into carbon powder. So plant matter bricks get made into carbon powder, which means that we get mass production of bio bricks now, which is plant matter bricks and limestone bricks. So I have to check the math on that. In the meantime, let's just unlock a bunch of purples. Whatever we have for purples here, because we have... There's gravel threshing. Enables threshing of ore chunks into related products that include gravel as byproduct, which then leads to sand, which we don't know what we can do with that yet. We have metal powder threshing, which enables the ability to thresh ore into metallic powders. Iron ore into iron ore powder, copper ore into copper ore powder, and then we can smelt from the powder into ingots. So instead of it being 2 ore into 1 ingot, it's now 1 ore into 1 powder, and then 1 powder into 1 ingot. So now it's a 1-to-1 ratio with an intermediary step. And then BDR Multi-Blast 2 enables a blast drill to optionally produce 2 chunks per blast if at least 3 mining charges are supplied. Interesting. Interesting. Tool Belt 2 can have a couple more tool belt rows. We don't have this yet. We need to scan it. This as well. Monorail spike train. We don't have monorails unlocked yet. We should do that. Coolant compression enables compression of shiverthorn extract into extract gel, which means then we can make extract the extract back out of gel. It says it's lossless, but this says that 100 shiverthorn extract makes 1 gel. But this says that shiverthorn extract gel... Why? That's weird. Either way, we'll unlock it. Atlantum threshing. It was ability to thresh Atlantum chunks into Atlantum powder and clay. We need to figure out how the chunks work yet. Reinforced frames, and that's our tactical cubes there, tactical board cubes. And then we have this and that. And then we have more stuff we need to unlock yet. So we do still need a few purple cores, I think, probably, but not very many left. Not very many left at all. We can do this one and this one down here. This has a purple thing as well, and then we're kind of stuck there. Actually, that's it for the Victor on this category. This one we did all of. Good. This one we have some blues here. Okay. Blues here. Blues here, including the monorail. We need to unlock that soonish. Blues here. And blues here.
Task inbound.
Ooh.
Alternate schematics. Configure assembler to access new methods for efficient production of existing technologies.
That's so.
And some of those new recipes will only work with Mark II assemblers, Breaker. So get going on those if you haven't yet. I feel like they'd be somewhere in the science facility too, though maybe in a different part of it.
Yeah.
Task inbound. Metal powders. Required for production of steel slabs.
Yeah, fuel's out again here. But we do need to input fuel into this line. So we could do that. We don't have enough fuel actually coming in. So we need to actually set up another line here. Oh, actually, the problem is some idiot forgot to stop that. Oops. Deleted too much. Pull those out. Delete a couple of these here. That'll do, I think. And then this. So we had like 100 and... I don't remember how many. We used about half, I think. Give or take. That was holding up, I think was holding things up, but we might actually need to do another line. Because we're only making 30 per minute here. And mining drills are going to take 3 per minute. We have 3 of those, and we actually need a half dozen of them. These are going to take 4 per minute. We have 5 of them. These are going to take 4 per minute also, still. Those all need fuel as well, so we definitely need more fuel being made. So we should just do another line, I guess. At least another line. Same as before. Let's do... Well, actually, let's start making things first here. One of these, 5 of those. Start with. Just to start with. Out this way a bit. That. And then we need to have a belt here. This one will go... Start there with it, and we'll do this, and then we'll do that. Just like before. That'll be our position marker, though, and I don't have things made yet. Just about, but not quite. This will go here. So we need to have this belt here, going like this. I can do this one, and that one, and this one, and this one, and one of those. You can start seating, pun intended, belt. While we're making the other things. This will be an output of those. This will be an output of twigs. There's kind of too many things here now, all of a sudden. There they are. All the building stuff takes up a lot of space there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know y'all are out of fuel downstairs. It'll be fine. We'll fix it soon. To there, and then there. And that'll double our fuel. Now we're at 60. We'll need to get some more miners going, as I mentioned. So they'll take 3 times 6, which is 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 9 is 14 times 4 is 50 something. So this isn't even enough. And that doesn't even count the fuel we need for these over here. Ouch. You can have some twigs. And you down here can have some grass. And just see how much we can produce here. These are all paused because they ran out of limestone. Let's give you all a bit more then. We might as well burn through the fuel we've got. Oops, I screwed that up.
Nerd alert!
Nerd alert? Addicted to camping, welcome. Be right there. This one, that one, this one, that one. And that might be right, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, so hydrate. We can do that. The nerd shirt today is House Solo. With the coat of arms being, well, the Millennium Falcon. And at the bottom it says, never tell us the odds. As in that would be the house words. Grab the Caledon hat here. There you are. And then tell a dad joke. Why did the orange stop halfway across the road? Why did the orange stop halfway across the road? You know what? I should be using this overlay so you can see the quests and stuff over there on the side. Oopsie. Might need a few more of these seeds, but I think we're alright. I think we'll be alright. Yeah, it looks like it's alright. We'll need more later. It ran out of juice. How are you doing? Right, why are you backing up? You shouldn't be. You thresh 10 seeds per minute. You grow 4 seeds every 2 minutes, so 1 seed every half minute. 2 seeds per minute. Times 5 is 10 seeds per minute. Is this just a... It's just a timing thing, never mind. Your mom is here visiting and the kids will be there tomorrow? Nice. I don't really want to spend that other stuff. Let's go here and drop that in there. Looks like a tooth. Oh, am I? I'm pretty good. Pretty good today. Fuel's coming in slowly. Ever so slowly. Now, let's see. I should probably limit this to something. Maybe a couple for right now. And this is contingent upon me stuffing stuff in there, so we're going to leave that stuff alone. And it'll be fine. You're out of fuel, too. You're all out of fuel. I think I should probably pull this up and move it then, anyway. Let's start with this. How much more fuel do you have left? None. Okay, good. And that's all she wrote. Once you get done making this, if any might have a bunch of my inventory actually. There you go. Turn all that quicklime into cement. Well, I guess I would have waited. Should have waited. That's okay. And I can stuff those last few in there too. So we're turning... Yeah, it'll be a minute and that'll be done. In that time though, we'll have 40 more cement. So we'll have quite a bit. That's good. So today though, Addictive, we're out here at X-Ray. Just to have something different, I guess. I could be bringing in or out a bunch of resources via rail here if we had the monorail up and running, which we don't, which is why I'm making everything local here. But we could do that at some point in the near-ish future. Yeah, out of all that limestone, I still have almost 1,500 left. Nearly done. What else is over here? Because there might be more. Is that... It's definitely this area, whatever this area is that this goes to here. Been down there. It's the elevator. Yeah, this is definitely a new area over here, so we should eventually make our way into it. You could probably use explosives to get there. We need to play with this blast mining yet. Are those things we can make, by the way? Yes, blast drills. Then we need to figure out how we process those. How do we make those reinforced frames? They just take 20 frames to make. Wow. Yeah, those are not cheap. Those are not cheap at all. But I would like to play with that. So let's pick this up. Pick those up. And I'm gonna leave this box here, I think. So we'll make a bunch of steel. I could probably take some of it with me. Just so we have it, and we can go play with... I think we'll go play with the blast mining drills back at the other base, because we have those resources kind of available there right now. And then we can deal with this stuff later. I can't remember if the monorails in this game carry power with them or not, or if you have to still have the power line run. I feel like you do still have to have the power line run, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe that was a bug in the last, in that version that last I played. Ooh, excuse me. I thought I hit it and I missed. Let's also put down a bunch of accumulators too over here. So we're going to need those too. It's tickling my throat for some reason. Uh-huh. 50 of them sounds like a good start. Nope. Can I build floor here? No, it will not let me build floor here. Okay, can I build more floor over here? It will not let me build more floor over here. I can put floor back here, though. Not that that's going to help a whole lot, but it'll help some. And I can put some down this side, too, although I should have put this in a different spot slightly. This one should be here. There, and there. Could also widen this out a little bit to put more in there. Do that too. Then, yeah, this way. Out to there. Like that. Let's see, you're good there. So let's go here. There. There. And in order to put another row out here, I need to widen this a bit more. Like that. Here. I didn't need that last row. Take that up. Unfortunate that I can't put flooring in right here. Because that would be nice. I guess I could put one here, though. Barely. Barely. Right there. Alrighty. That'll do for now. That'll get us a fair amount of juice that we can save up. We may need more power production too, which we can do either here or at the power base. Being low on coolant? You're right, I am. Ramrod Otsedo, welcome. Thanks for that. I'm down to just 21. Right, no, this, Shiver Therm Coolant. I'm not even making Shiver Therm Coolant yet, I don't think. 102, though. I think I started with, like, 200, so it's going to be a little while before I need it. Let's put in another row over here, I think. Yeah, let's make some more of these things. 2 of those, and a bunch more of these. We need more iron for that. A few beers will help with the coolant problem. Don't think so. It's not... I don't think that'll help. Could be wrong, but I don't think that'll help. floors here. Actually, we might be able to do 2 more rows here. I think we'll try. I really like the blast drill. Or the drill. The whatever this thing is called. What is it called? Mole. The floor is lava. Exactly. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 like that. 1, 2, 3 like that. That'll be good for those. And then technically you can have this like this. And technically is the best kind, so we're going to do it. Alrighty, so I made 5. That's right, but then I need to make more. That's going to be a little while to make those. In the meantime, let's play with some smelting, making of Atlantum. I don't remember exactly how this works. Oh, I need threshers for that, don't I? Crap. Cancel crafting. Make me a few threshers. And then 5, 5. What does our power look like, by the way? P. Yeah. We're getting close. Not bad yet, but getting close. You went through that Atlantum stuff? What a pain. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. It's kind of, you know, to draw a comparison with other factory games, it's kind of like doing aluminum in Satisfactory. Or aluminium, if you prefer. I don't. There's a lot to it, but then there's a lot that, you know, does a lot as well. We're gonna need more iron smelting here pretty soon. We're making 19 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's that? 114. We're gonna need more. These belts carry 240. Eventually, I'd like to have a belt full. But I'm hoping that the speed bonuses that we can get, which we could do a mining drill speed, but more importantly, we could do a smelting speed here, possibly. That'll put us up to 23 times 6, which is 120 plus 18, 138. That's a little better. But that means we also need 40, it's probably 22 and a half, so it's times 6, so that's 45 times 3, which is 135. But we also need to have then 45 times 6, which is 270 from the mining drills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 40 is 240. So we're a little bit short on the iron ore for what we're smelting, but it's not too horrid. Not too horrid. Let's see. Atlantum. Atlantum. I think you do threshing first, right, of the ore? Yes. And that gives you this Atlantum powder. And then I believe you have to...
Inbound. Smelting Atlantum ingot. Supply threshers with Atlantum ore to produce Atlantum powder. Combine Atlantum powder with Kindilvine extract and Shiverthorn extract to produce Atlantum mixture. Smelt Atlantum mixture into Atlantum ingot.
Atlantum mixture right here. I'm gonna feed it what or some of what I have. Just to see what the recipe is. Actually, we can see it anyway. So this is 1-to-1 ore to mixture. This will take half of the mixture that's producing, so we could do a 1-to-2 feed on this into these, and then it takes 15 of each of the extracts, which I don't remember how much we're producing, but we do have some surplus to make. So we do like 1 of these to 2 of these, and it'll take 30 of each extract, and we'll end up with, what? Besides this powder, then we smelt the powder, I think, right? Let's see, we got smelters. Oops, wrong buttons. We got smelters here. 4 of that. And then these, you can have that and this. Needs 5. Of course it does. Then this will take 38 of that, so a little bit. So it's like 1 to 2 to less than 1 here. at the moment to make ingots. So 30 ore becomes 30 powder, becomes 30 mixture, becomes 30 ingots basically. But we have to obviously add in the additional extracts too, which is kind of a bummer. But it is the name of the game here. Feed that in there too. That's the recipe that way. We can pull this out. We can stop doing this for a moment because I need to arrange this now that we've looked at the recipes. I need to arrange this accordingly. So, do I have enough for one more? I do. Okay, there we go. Delete that, and then I'll delete this when it's done. Okay, so do I want to set this up here? Probably not. We could push it back against that wall, though. Last time, though, I kind of burned myself when I did this way. Because of where it's got to come from, which is over there. So I think what I'm going to do is bring it over to here someplace. Like here along the edge of this. On top of the river, basically, here. And then we can do that. And I still haven't forgotten that we also need to play with the blast drills, too. Brand new blast drills. Let's do a little bit more here, maybe. Like that. Perfect. And then we'll just set this up here. I'm going to want to keep in mind that I'm going to want to bring this in via monorail. In fact, we could probably do... Yes, we could do the monorail system. And then we could set up some of those.
Monorail transit system. Enables mass transportation of allocated goods.
One of those. We should set these up automated, but yeah. We're gonna need 2 of those, though. Still making the water wheels. This. Although I think we've probably made enough of them that we can go and set some of them up. Oh yeah, we have. I had some made, didn't I? Oopsie. Let's do this. There. And there. And here. We're going to be backwards. Always is the first time. Doesn't matter how we try. Always is. Like so. And then I don't have any more of those left. Yet. I think I can actually do a 3rd row if I make 5 more of those. Because I have the stuff for it. So let's do another row here. That means we need 1, 2, 3, 4 by whatever. Down to here someplace. Okay. And then I can do this. And I can do that. And I can do this. And I can do that. And I can do these, which are going to be backwards. Because they always are the first time. I should just remember that and flip it 3 times, but then that time it'll be right after one flip. They sigh. I should probably automate these, but I also kind of can't be bothered sometimes, you know? The MK2 drills eat power hard. Yes, I know. But they don't need fuel, so that's kind of a, you know, benefit. And, I mean, power is not difficult, at least in this game. I mean, you're limited because you only can make power least right now, on the water. So you're limited by that, but there's enough rivers that you can put these in that it's fine. They sigh. Holy crap, I'm making 30 frames for something? What am I making 30 frames for? No idea. Oh, I don't need any more of those. Let's cancel this then. Must have had some of those saved up for something. What was I just gonna make? What was I just making? Oh, yes, these. And then I'm gonna need more. What is it gonna be? Plant matter fiber? Yeah, plant matter fiber. Alright, let's go this way. I still got 5 more of those I need to make, though. I should probably put some of that plant matter fiber in a box. Or I should just make a bunch of frames someplace that I can use. Or I could just do this, that's even better. It's backing up because we don't have... Yep. Okay, let's see. You... Here. I don't remember how far these reach. I feel like I'm going to want to put this in here like this, so I'm going to do it. Grab some more floors because I see that I'm out. That's belts. Floors. 3 full stacks. That'll do for now. I see that my wall is full too again. I should probably move that again. Running out of space over here though. How many cores do I have saved up of each? Yeah, not enough. If I just make some more space right here, that would do. For now, anyway. Yummy. Okay. You... I don't know if this is big enough or not yet, but you can go over there. And I can clear up a bit, but I want to make sure that I'm making this big enough. So, let's see. You are here. Fly, my minion. That'll do. And if I can do a little bit of trimming over here, that would be great. Make this a little bit bigger. I can't really get very far just because I can't reach there without building a scaffolding up, and I don't really feel like doing that either. So we're just going to do it this way, and we'll call it good enough when we get there. Building a big old hole. Yeah, that'll do fine for now. Okay, so you, delete. Belt. On over here. One more. Do the reds. Be fine. Put me a box down here. Put me a blue down there. And whatever's in my bags again. Just two of those. Oh, two of those too. Okay. That'll do.
It takes a lot of research cores to get all this tech going, doesn't it?
Yep.
Glad to see you're staying on top of it.
All right. So, the monorail. So I do have a number 3 here now. Yes. The monorail can bring this stuff in. Maybe we'll do it over here this time. Bring the stuff in like so. Somehow. And then we can unload it. That'll go into a thresher immediately. Maybe something like this. And then that will go into 2 assemblers. Shift 2, yes. 2 assemblers. And they'll be 15 apiece, I think. Which will then go into a smelter. But I also need to remember that I need to bring the concentrate things in here too. So I have to do some crisscross applesauce stuff here. This will be the Atlantum mixture. There. And there. You can have half of what I have already. Like so. Let's see. How do I want to do this? So the problem is those are going to be off. Guess something like this. And then a smelter. This. They're each outputting 15, so we can get away with... Actually, we get away with something like this. And then like that. Don't even need this. That's gonna have fuel, though. And then we gotta bring in the other stuff. So the other stuff... belt... That can come in here. The other belt can come in on top of it and can drop into there. And we can do that on both sides. It goes into there. This one comes in to there. Here and there. Here and there. Then this could be repeated across like that. These thingies, then we need to have the Atlantum ingots coming out of this. Somehow. Like that. And then the other things could come in like this. And then like this. And then they can drop down there. Like this. And then like this. Into those machines. Like that. I think that'll work. You'll need to do this. I also need power in here. That's fine. Power will be easy to do. We just have to bring a belt of fuel in here. Like this. Until we get electric grills, of course. There, I suppose. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so this will go all the way over here just because I don't know where I want it to not go. And the same thing with all of these. Because I don't know how much Atlantum we're going to need eventually, but it's going to be a lot. And this one. So that's a couple things we're missing here on our bus. Is fuel. We have the plant fiber, but that's not the best fuel to use. We should have our fuel belt come down here. And then also, we'll have to have space for Atlantum. So this stuff that's here, I might want to remove. And by might, I mean I do. How many of these did I end up making? Just 500. I guess that's fine. And then the explosives and the coolant. Or cooling systems, rather. Alright, we'll just have to rebuild those. That's fine. You can get deleted. Actually, let's do this. And that. And that. To start with. And then I can do just this one. Oopsie. And I can do this one. And this one. And then I can just make these things make some more stuff, basically. Just to use what's on the belts as much as reasonable till we run out of stuff, which may have already happened for this one. Okay. So these things, let's see. So if we had a belt of fuel coming this way. Let's go get some more belts. Belts first. Probably don't need 4 stacks of belts, really. Let's knock that down to just 2. I'll take all of them, though. These gotta keep coming to there-ish. If we had fuel coming in this way, then I'd want to make it go like this and like that. The Atlantum, I'd want to make it come like this and then like that. Go over the gap there. Mine the gap. And then these fuel, or these extracts, it doesn't matter which one's which, so I'll just do this one here first. And go up like this to there. And then this one over here can go up like that to here. And then to there. And I think that'll do just fine. This should be all ready to go if I feed it all of this, which I'm going to do right now. Once these things get here, then we should be able to make this sans fuel, but I'll give you a little bit of fuel to start with. Not the best fuel, but some fuel. Alright, so you are going to be done now, I think. You here, you there. Yeah, you're done too. This, that, and this. This and these. All gone. What is your problem? Well, you're out of the Shiverthorn, I think. That's fine. I will take the ingots because we can use them. Oh, yes, we can use them. Here. That'll do. Speaking of using things, let's come down here and put that power up before I forget again. Which I want to do. 1, 2, 3. Right direction. Okay. I might even take this stuff down. We'll see. Oh, I can't erase those. Alright, well we can build over it then. If I decide to. But right now I'm just going to float the belts over it. I think that's more fun anyway. Fixed height. We can go this way. We can come back all the way down to where the fuel's coming in. Way, way down. Way, way down here. You can split. There. And then go this way. And then you actually need a blue inserter here to pick that up this way. And then a red to go out. That'll do. I have a bunch of copper ore I need to get rid of too. Alright, so you've eaten through some of what I gave you. You need to eat through a lot more. Why is that so far behind? Is that because I didn't have all the extracts right away, I guess? Probably. These only do 20, right? Yeah, 20, but they only need 15, so I don't know what the deal is. Why is that stuck? Oh, that's why it's stuck. Oopsie. That's why they're all backed up. This isn't actually running. That's fine. Eventually we got to bring in that that stuff anyways. So we'll do that soon enough. At least that gets me some Atlantum on the belt, which is useful for things like we need 200 to go into there. I suppose I could have just run it straight into there. That would have been smarter. Let's do that real quick. Let's go here and put in an inserter right here. And you can just take 200 and go that way with it. Although we are making 38, so let's go with red inserter. Because I'm not really using it for anything else at the moment. Besides, obviously, what's on the belt over here. So, yeah. Iron frames, copper frames, and then, of course, the belts, too. The Mark II belts. Let's see. Let's run this belt through so I don't forget that it's supposed to go here. Could also have done a vertical bus, but it gets a little bit messy in my opinion, so that's why I didn't. Let's just go about that far. I have 819 explosives. Think I need more? That'll do. Yeah, I thought so. I can't remember how we get rid of these. Do I need to blast them? No, that isn't it. I don't remember how we get rid of these water glass monarchs. Okay, so let's maybe take a look at these blast miners. They're expensive to make. We need a lot of iron, a lot of copper, and a lot of... Yeah, a lot of iron, a lot of copper. Which I have not enough copper, at least. Those aren't fast enough anymore. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 45 per minute. That's the problem over here, too, right? Yep. Okay, that means I need actually a red and a yellow on these inputs. We could do 2 reds also, but this is plenty, so we'll do it. And then you can have whatever I picked up, just a couple. There you are. Same thing over here. There you go. Not that, you know, these were a problem, but actually this isn't fast enough output either. We need reds out. Yep, we need reds out. And those aren't anywhere near fast enough, but that's not the intention of this. The intention of this is just to have a way to bring some in here, and then a way to fill the belt if we need to fill the belt. Let's do that as well here. A couple more of these. And can I make any of these yet? No. Do I need to make those only in assemblers? Only in assemblers. Okay, so that's the problem. In which case... In which case... Wish I could get rid of that flower. Do I need to dig out the roots more? How I do it? No, unless I gotta go down even further, but I don't think so. There was a way to get rid of these, but I just don't remember what it was. You had to hit them? Something I remember about hitting them and doing damage to them. That there was a damage meter. Oh, it was. Okay, I just had to hit them enough times. Okay. I don't see the damage meter, though. Am I actually doing anything? Yes, I was. Okay. That's what it was. You just had to hit them enough times. I forgot all about that part. Let's just make some of these frames here. Something like, I got iron there, so something iron here and copper here. Iron frames, reinforced frames. No, just the. Oh right, I have to make the regular ones to make the reinforced ones. Okay. Reinforced iron frames here, reinforced copper frames here, and then behind those machines, regular iron, regular copper. Regular iron. They're there. So you make 10 per minute. You need 50 per minute. Yeah, so we're not going to be making very many here. That's okay. You need 30 iron per minute, though, so we'll do... belt. Do this in a red. And then we'll do a yellow. And then those will go into a box, so... Change my mind. Inside. There. 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 Limited to single stack just because I don't know how much these stack to. And then we need to have a belt that goes there. For the copper. Red, yellow, yellow. I suppose I could help a little. Temporarily at least. To do 50 of those. And 50 of those. Then I could dump them into the machines to make a few. It's not very many. Especially because these take 20 each. But I can help. We're probably just about good on these purple cores. I'm going to disconnect belt for those here, or the output or whatever. We'll deal with the ramifications of that with the blues later, and cleaning that stuff up. Because I could always make this other stuff and feed those in, but as it is, it's not that much, so it's not making that much, so we're fine here for now. But I think that's plenty of purple cores. We have like 400 left, and I pretty much researched everything, I think. Okay. Are you done already? With the Atlantum you need? You are? Okay. Well done. Take that down. Belt. That's what I wanted. Belt. Then we need to make iron frames and copper frames again over here. So let's just do that as well. Oh, let's hook this Atlantum up here. And I know I'm working on the blast. I'm working on the blast mining, but I'm also working on the blast mining. Let's do the same basic setup. Only we only need the iron and copper frames themselves. We'll plug those directly in there like that, and these ones will run in via inserter belt scenario. It doesn't matter really which ones are which. We'll just do iron here and copper here, and then I can run belts in. Iron here. Nope, that one's going to be copper. Changed my mind. Or had my mind changed for me. And then this will be iron instead. There. You need 30 per minute, so we'll do red. Right, we do that. And then you're going to output 10 per minute, so we'll do yellow out. And yes, we could do more of these, but at this point, I'm just going to do kind of a minimum to get us started. And then I will do more later if we need to. Need a little belt there, because they won't drop unless it's onto a belt. So we do a little belt there just to kind of cheese the connection a little bit. Maybe I should have hooked this up to the side. It's out of the way a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Although it would have been smarter to have put this over by one. I still could. Because then I could have potentially fit another one in here if I moved that over to the side. But it's alright. Beyond that, we need 700 conveyor belts Mark II. We haven't even started making those yet, so we should work toward that. Let me go dump these frames that I made into these two machines. That way we can make a few of these big frames. You. And you. Yeah, that made a huge dent. We need how many to make one of these drills? Oh, one each. Okay. Poof. 4 of those. 2 of those. That makes 2 drills. There we go. So yeah, 1 stack of each of these is more than enough. I don't really care what I test this on. Iron or copper. So I guess we can test this on the iron over here. Let's see, shift 3. Yeah, let's do this. And then we can do that. And then you need... Machine detonates all supplied mining charges per cycle. 2 gives me 1 chunk. 1 gives me 1 chunk. 3 gives me 2 chunks. Four gives me 2 chunks. Then we gotta figure out how we process these chunks. 5 gives me 2 chunks. I'm sure there's instructions about this someplace. Sometimes it's fun just to test it on your own, you know? 2 chunks. So, unless there's a 3rd chunk someplace, then we really don't want these to have any more than about 4 apiece. I wonder how much gets inserted, or how much gets used if I insert them from a box or a belt or whatever. Oops, I dug too deep. What is the time on that cycle? 12 seconds. "12 seconds is 5 per minute. These flip 20 per minute, the yellows. That means they would get 4 of them in there at any given time cycle. So let's put a red one down, just to see what we can pull off here. Those? Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. 5, 6, 7. You got 7 in there? Okay. Don't count this one, because this one's going to be flawed slightly. Okay, you get 1. 2, 3, 4. That's kind of good. Yellow's kind of good. It's 4, maybe a 5th on the outside. Just okay. Should I make a tough decision and file for bankruptcy? Oof. It will take your credit, I believe. I mean, I don't know, but I believe that'll work. Pull this all out now. So let's go figure out what we need to do about these chunks. Now, up here to a space that I can work in. Do we process these using a thresher, maybe? Yep. So these get threshed at a rate of 1 per minute to produce 25 ore and 5 gravel. We don't know what to do really with the gravel other than make it into sand, and we don't know what to do with the sand at all yet, I don't think. Some synthesis, I think. It was not. It's here in terraforming. What is sand used for? I have so much gravel, it's ridiculous. Does the Techtonica calculator website tell me what sand is used for? Glass. Makes sense. Yeah, I think you kind of just start out with no credit at that point, which means you have a kind of a empty score rather than a score. But I'm by no means an expert on any of that stuff, so. I have no real idea. Forgot I left those stairs down there. We don't really need them anymore. Ooh, don't do that. Careful. Careful. We're not even using the power from these. P? We're not using any power. We are using some power. Oh, it's not connected anymore. Because, yeah. Oops. The stairs were connecting us. I forgot. In that case, I'm just going to build a pillar. Oopsie. A pillar, Wally. Nope, that's still not a pillar. Nope, there we go. That's better. Alright. Oopsie. Can't get through there. Go this way, I guess. So, the issue with blast mining is, well, I don't know what to do with the gravel. So I don't think I'm going to do it yet, just because of that reason. Because that's kind of, I don't know, obnoxious in a way, without knowing, without having something to do with the gravel. So we need to set up Mark II belts. Let's take a look at that recipe. Where are we at? Ooh, we should probably actually wrap up for the night. Let's take a look at this real quick, and then we can go from there. So this will take 10 belts, 150 belts per minute, which is fine and dandy because we don't really need to produce that many of these belts. I mean, this produces 150, so it's 1-to-1 at least. 30 of these per minute, which is twice as many, but we were only making that over here anyway. We only have one of those anyways. So that's fine. And then we also need for these belts copper, whatever those things are, and shiverthorn coolant, or shiverthorn extract, rather. So whatever these copper thingies are called. Components. Here we are. We need 75 of those. This is going to make 30. We could probably be okay with that. I mean, I could potentially add a second one of these. But even that's too much, because we don't have that much shiverthorn anyway. So, I think we'll just do something along that line. But we'll set that up next time. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with that. How is this going? Oh yeah. How is this going? 100. It's going to take a while. We may want to add some more machines making more frames to this to get it going a little bit faster. And then eventually we can get back into, or we can start mining the Atlantum probably next time as well. Get it shipped in here to the monorail depot, and then that way we can do our thing here. But until then, I think we'll leave this alone. We'll leave this here, and we will come back and take care of all of that stuff next time. Because yeah, it's 11:30. So let's find ourselves a raid target. Let's see. Let's raid our friend Joe. He's playing Minecraft. Looks like he's using some automated stuff, and we'll see what he's up to in Minecraft. Looks like he's clearing some terrain, maybe flattening some hills, straightening the curves, those kinds of things. All right, job Ned, raid channel. There we go. So, thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks for the chats and redeems. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see you all again, let's see, tomorrow for Dinkum Shenanigans with the usual Shenanigang. Batman said I think he's going to try to come and hang out, even if he can't talk very much, but at least he'll get to play a little bit as well. We all will. Jeff, Lana, possibly IT Machinist. I haven't heard from him. Actually, I did hear from him. I don't think he's going to be here tonight or tomorrow night. And then we'll see what happens in the interim. So thank you all for coming, and I will see you all again next time tomorrow night. Bye for now.